Sports Live. The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening from Spring Hill tonight, where we've got a big-time Frontier League soccer matchup coming up between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Louisburg Wildcats. Welcome to the Comfort Designs pregame show, brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Just one loss on the record for both of these teams. For Louisburg, that one loss was 1 week ago on their home field against Spring Hill. The Broncos' lone loss came against Lansing on the road earlier this year. 10-1 Spring Hill, 9-1 Louisburg, set to go from Spring Hill tonight and live right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up more of the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll take a look at the matchup, keep the game starting lineups, and kick it off coming up at the top of the hour. Actually, it's going to be a little after the top of the hour, looking at about closer to about 6:10 tonight when we get this game started between Spring Hill and Louisburg. Stay with us, just get underway on the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NAIC certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Gran anytime or learn more at michaelgran.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back inside the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get you set tonight for soccer between Spring Hill and Louisburg. Time for a look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. All right, let's take a look at this matchup. Spring Hill entering play tonight 10-1 on the season. They have been on a roll. Their one loss came back on September 15th, a 2-1 loss at Lansing. Since then, a 2-0 win over Piper, 2-1 victory over KC East, a 3-0 victory over Belton, 3-0 victory over Basel Linwood, and a 2-1 victory over Louisburg on the road. So they have reeled off 5 in a row since that loss after their 5-0 start, and now look to make it 2 in a row against the Louisburg Wildcats. Hunter Williams, he leads their scoring threat, 10 goals on the year. He's been set up nicely by Jackson Rainforth, Caleb Bruckner, and Ridge Gerstberger, who all are tied with the team lead with 4 assists. And, of course, they've got a stud in goal, Chesney Haney, their senior, 60 saves this year, just 8 goals allowed in 11 matches. A 3-year starter, second-year captain for him, and according to Coach Eric Swartz, quote, the best keeper I've ever had. 5 clean sheets this year for Haney, and this will be another good test for Chesney in goal tonight. On the other side, Louisburg 9-1 entering play. They have scored 38 goals in their 10 matches this year, so averaging just a hair under 4 goals per game, and have given up just 7 in their 10 games. 2 of those 7 they gave up were to Spring Hill in their second to last game. They lost that one 2-1, bounced back with a 4-1 victory at Eudora. They have scored 4 or more goals in 5 of their games this season. Treston Carlson leads the way for them, their senior forward, with 9 goals this season. Braden Yowes, he sets things up for them, though. He's one of their midfielders. Keep an eye on him tonight. 10 in white. 9 assists this year for the junior Yowes. And just like Spring Hill's got a pretty good goalie, they've got a darn good one as well on the Louisburg side. Mac Newell, only a sophomore, 32 saves this year, just 4 goals allowed. So this has been 2 teams that have had great goalkeeping, great defense, and plenty of goal-scoring opportunities. This should be a good one tonight. That's a look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your Crown Realty keys to the game. Our next, you're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
What if grass wasn't just for mowing? What if all the games weren't on TV? What if you saw the grandkids on more than just holidays? What if you got out of the house more often, maybe for good? Cedar Lake Village Senior Living. Life is how you live, not just where. To learn more, call 888-508-2022.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at HERS, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at HERSinc.net. Call HERS at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show, getting you set for Spring Hill and Louisburg tonight. Two teams that are on a roll this year. Spring Hill 10-1, Louisburg 9-1 as they come into play tonight, a big Frontier League matchup. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home. Check out all their listings at crownrealty.com. And if you're in the market to sell your home, remember the key is a great agent, and that's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. Bryce Kessler along with John Roshkolb here as we get set for this matchup. And John, I'm going to throw things to you here as we look at this matchup for some keys to the game. Two teams that have played some good soccer this year. What makes the difference tonight?
Well, I think the big thing for both teams, obviously, is making sure that they can continue that momentum again, coming in with just one loss for both sides. It's going to be big to see which team can kind of keep that momentum rolling. For Spring Hill, key is going to be goalkeeping. Obviously, Chesney Haney is solid in the net. Louisburg has had a couple of good strikers. Got some skill that you're going to test him. We'll see. You got to make sure that he is up to the challenge, and also another key is going to be getting service up front to Hunter Williams. If the Broncos are able to continue finding him with those direct balls, and he's able to turn and challenge, Mac Newell has got a really good shot of winning. For Louisburg, the keys for success for them is going to be their strength in the midfield. Spring Hill plays it, tends to play a little bit direct. Watched Louisburg take on Tonganoxie a couple weeks ago, and Louisburg's got a couple of very strong players in the midfield. They're able to feel a little bit more comfortable building out of the midfield and finding their forwards with service. And the other thing that's going to be key for Louisburg is a high line of pressure. One of the things that I was really impressed with when I saw them a couple weeks ago is that as soon as there's a turnover or on goal kicks or anything like that where the ball is trying to be built out of the back, the forwards and midfielders are immediately up pressing, and that's one of the things that you love to see as a player. You love to see as a coach to continue them, to see if they're able to kind of sustain that throughout tonight's match.
All right, some keys to the game there brought to you by Crown Realty, and this should be a good one. These two teams played just 1 week ago. That game in Louisburg, Spring Hill coming away with a 2-1 victory in that one. It took a couple of second-half goals after Louisburg struck first and led 1-0 in that match, and then Spring Hill came back to win it 2-1. So looking forward to the rematch tonight. Both these teams are. It's the lone blemish on the schedule so far for Louisburg, who comes in at 9-1, and Spring Hill 10-1, riding a 5-game winning streak as we interplay tonight. Spring Hill and Louisburg coming up. The starting lineups are next here on the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show. We are just minutes away from getting this big-time matchup between Spring Hill and Louisburg underway. So let's take a look at your starting lineups. They're brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022 for the visiting 9-1 Louisburg Wildcats. Their leading goal scorer, a senior forward, number 12, is Treston Carlson. The other forward, a sophomore who has 5 goals on the year, Cade Gashman. Midfielders, this is where they're pretty strong at. Ethan Potachik, a sophomore, number 22. Braden Yowes, a junior, number 10. He kind of orchestrates things for him with 9 assists. He can score as well, 4 goals. Isaac Gutterman is a junior, number 4. He's in that midfield along with Logan Faulkner, a senior, number 13, who's got 3 goals on the year. The defenders for Louisburg, number 1, a junior, Michael Sieverling. Number 11, a senior, Luke Faulkner. Number 29 is a sophomore, Toby Espina Roca. And number 2, a junior, Hunter Rogers. And in the net will be Mac Newell, a sophomore, wears number 00. 4 goals allowed on 32 saves this year. He's been a stud back there in net for Louisburg. For Spring Hill, their striker, number 13, their leading goal scorer, is 2-year starter with 10 goals on the year, senior Hunter Williams, number 13 for the Broncos. The center midfielders, Jackson Rainforth, a senior, 3-year starter, excellent with the ball on his foot. They like to use him as their point guard on this offense, if you steal a reference there from the basketball court. The other center mid is Caleb Bruckner, a sophomore, who's tied with the team lead with 4 assists this year. Left winger, Ridge Gerstberger, a senior with a couple of goals and 4 assists. Second-year starter is Gerstberger. John Mitchell, a senior, is the right winger. Second on the team this year with 4 goals. He's also a second-year starter. The defensive midfielder is Dennis Martinez, a freshman who wears number 20 for the Broncos. The left back, Jacob Bruckner, a sophomore. Center backs are Tom Uferman, a senior, number 19, a foreign exchange student from Germany. Absolute stud, says Coach Schwartz. And the other center back, one of their captains, a senior, number 21, Keen Niddle. And the right back, a senior, number 11, Evan Robinson. And in goal for the Broncos, their senior stud, number 00, Chesney Haney. 8 goals, 60 saves this year, averaging 5.5 saves per game. 3-year starter and the best keeper he's ever had, according to Coach Eric Schwartz. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Perfect Details Salon. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. Kickoff is next between 10-1 Spring Hill and 9-1 Louisburg on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! Olathe, or call your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Overland Park, Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
And good evening. Welcome back live to Spring Hill, where we are getting set for some high school soccer tonight between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Louisburg Wildcats. It is 71 degrees here tonight, clear skies, although it feels like 171 inside the press box with the sun shining directly in, as you can tell on the camera there. A little glare from some sun, but that will be down here hopefully not too long after we get this game started here tonight, and it's set up to be an absolute beautiful evening here in Spring Hill at the beautiful facility here at the Spring Hill Activity Center for this matchup. Big-time Frontier League game, 10-1 at Spring Hill, 9-1 Louisburg. Bryce Kessler along with John Roshkolb and Caden Carbajo on the camera again for us tonight as we get set for this big-time soccer matchup. Two teams that have been playing some really good ball this year and both looking to keep it rolling tonight for Louisburg. They've got a little revenge on their mind. Their only loss this season came to Spring Hill, a 2-1 final 1 week ago in Louisburg. Spring Hill's lone blemish, a 2-1 loss on the road at Lansing. They have won 5 in a row since. And both teams looking to keep the good times rolling here tonight.
Yeah, one of the keys I think I forgot to mention for it's going to be important for both teams is the sun. As a goalkeeper, the first half is going to be wicked for both teams looking for as the goalkeepers looking for the crosses coming in, because when you're staring into that sun, it is next to impossible to get your hand up in the exact right position but still manage to keep a good track on the ball. So again, that's going to be really, really key to see how the keepers handle that through the first probably 20 minutes of this first half. As again, long shadows on the pitch right at the moment, but again, the tree line looking really comforting and helpful for both keepers.
Yeah, hopefully it won't last long that we'll have to deal with it, but for their sake and ours. But it's a beautiful facility here. They got the press box that you got just behind us is the football field, so I got comfy confines here at home in the press box, but unfortunately 6 o'clock games on the soccer field, you get a lot of glare, but we're ready for some soccer tonight. Spring Hill in their home purple jerseys here this evening. Louisburg, of course, same school colors as Spring Hill, but they'll don the white kits tonight for this one. Well, Spring Hill breaks their huddle. They're ready to rock and roll tonight. Chesney Haney in the neon green. He'll head back into goal. Both goalkeepers don the number 00. Well, turquoise top on the other side for Mac Newell. Two really good keepers. Both these teams, they're going to score tonight. They're going to have to earn them. Hunter Williams will get us started here tonight. Both goalkeepers say, we're ready. Our head official will get us rolling here in just a second. So underway tonight in Spring Hill, 10-1 Spring Hill, 9-1 Louisburg. Big game in the Frontier League tonight in Spring Hill. Bryce Kessler, John Rushkolb with you. Spring Hill, they like to play a possession game, but there's not a good possession that time. Take it away, but Chesney Haney bails out his defenders that time as Treston Carlson had what he was hoping was going to be a good opportunity, but unable to get a shot away.
And that's exactly what I touched on before the game. You see Louisburg there, their forwards in midfield not afraid to apply that pressure, and it almost pays off for them. Great work from Chesney Harris, recognizing, coming out, being positionally solid on that save.
Sent out by Hunter Rogers and then one of the defenders. Both teams good defensive back lines there. They not only have good goalkeepers, but they're both good on their line with the defenders. This is Williams. He's the top goal scorer for Spring Hill. Tackled out by Rogers, and it went off of Williams. So Louisburg takes possession as we're just underway. Bruckner trying to get it from Rogers, but called for the push, so they'll keep it with Louisburg. Siefeling sends the long ball into the offensive side. Here's Carlson. Gassman plays it outside to Potacek, and we'll have a throw in for Louisburg. Braden Yowes, their assist leader on the year with 9 of them, throws it into the middle of the box. Headed towards net, but sent out by Ridge Gerstberger. Trying to clear it for Spring Hill, and now the Broncos. Chance to run, but taken back into possession by Louisburg. Toby Espina-Roca. Bruckner to Gerstberger. Back middle to Bruckner. And not on the same page with Gerstberger. Didn't make the run after the one touch. And that's out. Espina-Roca trying to keep it in on the side, but it'll be a throw in for Spring Hill. The Twins play it back and forth. Jacob Bruckner to his twin brother Caleb Bruckner, but they lose possession. So initial call was to Louisburg. The official has to change the call, and it will be possession for Spring Hill. Jackson Rainforth plays it into the box. Newell out there to punch it away. Good aggressive play by Mac Newell.
Amazing work there by Newell. Again, similar to the played on the other end, just knowing exactly where the ball was and coming out authoritatively and not making any attempt to really catch that ball, just punch it clear, get it into safety. And
both goalkeepers have already had to come out and make aggressive plays to save the day for their respective units. This ball looks like it's going to trickle out in the corner. That will lead to a goal kick for Spring Hill. 4 minutes into the contest. Haney shows off the big leg, and Gerstberger unable to win the race, but now off a deflection. Sent out by Gutterman. Let his team get set up defensively here. It'll be Bruckner to throw it in for Spring Hill. To Caleb Bruckner. They find a cross. Out to Martinez, poked free. Good play, getting rid of it by Yowes. Easy ball in for Newell. Sliding tackle. Take it by Robinson. Gassman, nice touch into the middle that time. Gets it back.
Offside called there on the through pass, just a half a second slow on the touch in. There for Gassman. Smart play there by Spring Hill to not try and force the ball, kind of come back and trust their defense to reset and try and exploit there.
This is where they want it, in the middle with Rainforth. He plays it up to Bruckner. Good ball up to Gerstberger. Good control by Gassman. Gets it in the middle of the Owls. Up to Carlson. Makes Haney miss. And then he is tripped down from behind.
Oh, my. That's going to be an interesting decision here. As you see the center, the official coming over to his AR2.
Yeah,
again, I would not be surprised to see, at bare minimum, a caution for Haley. That is absolutely. That is again. I was being very generous because Haley took down Carlson on basically. If Haney doesn't take him down, that's a goal.
Yep.
And again you don't see a lot of argument from Haney because he knew it and he was just kind of thinking, okay, maybe if he's got to go talk to the linesman, maybe I'll get lucky. No.
That is significant beyond words, as we are 8 minutes in, not quite 8 minutes into this match. And arguably the best player on the team for Spring Hill, the best keeper Coach Swartz has ever had, according to Coach Swartz. Their senior 3-year starter, 2-year captain, Chesney Haney, their goalkeeper, has been handed a red card and is out of the match. So not only do you lose your goalkeeper, obviously you're a man down now as well. But that is hugely significant. So I'm trying to catch the number here of the new goalkeeper for Spring Hill, but
I'm not sure. Again, that looks like somebody that just kind of threw on the jersey at the last second. And I don't see a front number. And the other thing, I'm kind of surprised. Again, I know that with a second yellow, you don't necessarily have to play a man down, but I'm still seeing 11 players on the field for Spring Hill, which is.
Oh, okay. Whew. Well, it's another 0. Of course it is. So, Weston Whipke, I'm going to guess, he's listed as just regular 0, a sophomore. So, unless I'm corrected otherwise by somebody, Weston Whipke, you're getting the love tonight as the new goalkeeper.
So let us know in the live chat if we've got it wrong.
Yeah.
But again.
Okay, so they're not a man down, but they are, in a sense, more than a man down because you've lost your stud goalkeeper.
Yes, yep. The center.
Now they're counting.
He's finally realizing,
okay,
hey, they've played 45 seconds with an extra man on the field.
which to this point hasn't obviously impacted anything.
Yeah, obviously the free kick and then the goal kick doesn't do a lot of.
But yeah, that's so now Spring Hill will indeed be a man down.
Yeah, looks like they're pulling Gerstberger off the field.
So Gerstberger comes off, not because of anything that Gerstberger did, but it's not as simple as a lot of times if one of your midfielders gets the red card, that midfielder just leaves and you play on with the rest of the guys. But when you lose your goalkeeper, you're not going to just play on with the rest of the guys. You got to replace that guy, which that means somebody else, unfortunately, is going to have to exit the field as well, and that's Gerstberger. And he's been given a yellow card now, I assume, for the fact that he stayed on the field. Not his fault necessarily, but somebody obviously has to take the blame, if you will, and unfortunately here it lands on Gerstberger. But whoever they ended up pulling was going to receive the yellow card for still being out there when they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's one of those things that obviously it's hard for us to tell up here in the booth when the action's happening across the field. And it's entirely possible that the caution may be given instead of to Gerstberger, to the coach. And again, that will come into play later. Again, obviously, if Gerstberger does end up getting a second yellow and it is indeed first one is to him, then it
looked like he kind of put it in front of Gerstberger, but you're right. To be fair, it should go against just the coach because
well, in fairness, this is something that again I've seen goalkeepers get sent off and I've seen things like that happen, but I've never seen it happen in the 8th minute of a match.
Yeah.
And then to make that switch, it's weird. It's again at the high school level, it's a little bit different because of the the unlimited substitutions that both teams have, so it's not as formal. But then, we're sitting here just kind of twiddling our thumbs up here, waiting for things to get sorted out down there. And it looks like they
just gave another red card this time to Coach Eric Schwartz. Now, whether that was just a red card, a yellow card replacing the previous one and kind of scratch that one for the books and give this one. Hopefully, it won't matter. We won't have anything else that would require whatever designation they gave those cards to whom. Hopefully that won't come into play later on this match, but I guess we'll find out later on if something does happen. But what we do know is Chesney Haney is out of this match. Let's see if we'll get a word here from the official.
31:55.
I'm just going to reset the amount of time on the clock. I thought we might get word on the card situation there, but just simply a reset of the clock.
I think he's confusing us for the clock crew next door because we're standing up again doing things, and when you're looking at that far up the field, you see the people standing up, and that's who you're expecting to see. And well,
all right, well here we go after the little delay.
Back into it. Now, in fairness to our clock crew, they have done exactly what they're supposed to do because the center official, they're supposed to, at the high school level and in college level where the time on the field is controlled by the scoreboard clock, the referees are supposed to make a very visible X, and this guy has not. So, again, props to our clock crew for just kind of smiling and waving and plugging away.
So Gerstberger, as you saw there, he did come back on now after that about 10 seconds of play. He's replaced Dennis Martinez as Rainforth takes a, shot. Didn't get much on that one, of course, and Mac Newell with the easy save there for Louisburg. Still no score here as we're nearing 10 minutes in, and it's been an interesting first 10 minutes, to say the least, with the goalkeeper, Chesney Haney, out of this match via red card, and now Spring Hill a man down for what will amount to 72 minutes of the 80 minutes played tonight. Now Bruckner for Spring Hill, trying to get it out to Gerstberger, but taken back into control by Gutterman. Ball leaks through, and Bruckner clears for Spring Hill, but back to Gutterman. Williams out to Mitchell. Mitchell really fast, trying to make the run down that side, but staying with him step for step was Michael Sieferling. And then Mitchell called for the push. Trying to get a through ball to Carlson, and they got it. Here's the top goal scorer for Louisburg. Takes the shot, but misses wide right as he was being chased down from behind by Jackson Rainforth, or I check that, Evan Robinson.
So a wave of substitutions coming in for the Wildcats. Again, one of the things that's very different between the high school game and college and professional is the unlimited substitutions. You know, you'll see a lot of teams take advantage of that where they will sub their attacking units out in and out in the line. And
so Jaden Vose, Colin McManigal, Ethan Showalter, and it looks like also Gavin York were the 4 that came on for Louisburg. No score with 28.5 left in this first half. That one's sent out by Robinson. Spring Hill has not gone to their bench yet other than the one forced hand they had to, and that was the new goalkeeper, Weston Whipke, has replaced Chesney Haney, their third-year starting senior goalkeeper, after a red card in the 8th minute of this match tonight. Braden Yos will get the corner here for Louisburg. Sends a good ball into the center of the box, and it's off the head, but the wrong direction of Jaden Vose. Off the heels of Gassman, it'll stay with Spring Hill. And the Twins not on the same page there. There's some irony in that one, right?
Kind of expect them to have that intuitive connection, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it fails. And
yeah, Williams got tripped up. He's holding his right ankle, and he kept his footing, and he had a big opportunity maybe there, but Williams back up. Tries to take the shot, but Mac Newell down on a knee plays it for Louisburg. A save for Mac Newell. He's been a little busy early on, but nothing too threatening yet for Spring Hill. Gerstberger. Loses the ball, and here comes Louisburg. York can't get it through as Pemberton plays it back for Spring Hill. Mitchell into Bruckner. McManigal has it taken away by Robinson. Now will play it back. Nice chance that time. Hayden Yeager. Good ball handling, able to give himself an opportunity, but Whipke on the save. Gashman sets up, takes the shot. Whipke on the save for Spring Hill. So Louisburg starting to kind of dominate the possession here. A couple of decent looks for the Wildcats. Spring Hill will try to take some of that possession time back as Bruckner lost it out. Sieferling defending there for Louisburg. Yow's into Gaspin. Play it back out to Showalter. And Louisburg lost it for a moment. Now they got it back. McManigal trying to spin on one. Can't get it clean. York trying to cross that one in, but ran out of room. And now Spring Hill will bring Rocco Russo in. Russo joined by Jacob Campos. And in for Louisburg comes Caleb Shaughnessy. Russo. Rainforth trying to touch it back, but Russo unable to take it. So here comes Louisburg again. This is Gashman. Good ball by Gaspin, but McManigal didn't quite have the right angle on it. They're going to call him for offside anyway.
Yeah. Again, so that curling run there by McManigal, but not quite able to hold the run up enough. Was still flagged.
Comes Louisburg again on the attack. Pass by Gaspin behind McManigal. Gersberger unable to run that one down. Bose lost it, but his teammate there to keep it possession. Shaughnessy can't maintain it though.
And Louisburg looking to to pull it back a little bit and kind of reset, but unfortunately they didn't have the support from his midfield to make that pass. And
Russo bumped down, foul called on Showalter. Nearing the midway point of this first half. Still no score. Spring Hill down their star goalkeeper. A red card in the 8th minute has not only sent their goalkeeper off, replaced by Mason Whipke, but has also put the Broncos a man down. So certainly strategy going to change throughout this game for Eric Schwartz and his Spring Hill Broncos, who are looking for their 11th win in 12 matches this year. 10-1 for the Broncos, 9-1 for Louisburg. Second match between the two teams. Foul called on McManigal, or check that, Gashman. Free kick coming up for Jackson Rainforth and Spring Hill. 2-1 win a week ago for Spring Hill at Louisburg. Couple of second half goals, Rocco Russo and John Mitchell. Rainforth, a good ball in. Russo has it punched away by Newell.
And great work on the safe outlet play there by Newell. Again, in a situation like that, don't try and be a hero. Don't try and come down with it. Just get the ball out of the immediate danger. He did exactly that. And
Spring Hill able to stop the counter attack by Louisburg. Held it up from breaking free, and now Gassman tries to set things up again for the Wildcats. Long ball, long run for York. Whipke got there, but unable to control for Louisburg. Hunter Rogers, now one of the defenders, is up there to help control for Louisburg, while Pemberton gets it away for Spring Hill.
I think it was a huge missed opportunity there for Louisburg as Vos tracking it. McMahon.
Welcome back to Spring Hill High School tonight. It's Spring Hill and Louisburg in a big Frontier League soccer matchup. Some technical difficulties. We dropped things. We're back, hopefully for good the rest of the night. Good news is, when we dropped you, it was scoreless. We lost about 8 or so minutes of game time that we weren't with you. But the score hasn't changed. Still scoreless here between Spring Hill and Louisburg. That's Weston Whipke, who is the goalkeeper in there for Spring Hill after their starting goalkeeper, Chesney Haney, was given a red card in the 8th minute of this game. So Spring Hill a man down and without their star goalkeeper. But so far, Whipke doing a great job back there in replacement of Haney. Has kept this match scoreless. 2 shots for Spring Hill, 1 shot for Louisburg. Louisburg has had 4 corners in this game. 1 corner is all for Spring Hill so far. And it's still scoreless, so that catches you up. And this is Louisburg on the attack. That one sails way off the mark.
Again, the action as we return to the broadcast definitely kind of belies that 8 minutes. They kind of were like, okay, we're going to just run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And both teams were playing a lot of direct counters. And again, thankfully for you guys, no goals that you missed. So
quickly put back in by Gerstberger. Deflects out off of Williams. I'll stay with Louisburg. Gassman into the middle of Vos. Plays it back to Rogers, who takes the shot wide right.
So one of the unexpected weapons for Louisburg is Braden Yowes. As you saw that possession at midfield, he was able to step into the throw and whip it a good 30 yards. When you've got a player that can do that, again, to help defeat the offside, as there's no offside on a throw-in, but also, any throw-in in the final third of the field, it almost plays like a corner kick, as, Yowes is able to take a couple of good steps and put his body behind it and wing those balls, floaters in there. But
Gerstberger tries to cross it back in, and a one-touch just misses wide left from Mitchell. Good chance there for Spring Hill, but they can't capitalize. Two minutes left in this half. Free kick here for Jackson Rainforth in a position where he can put a ball into the box here, give Williams a shot at one. Their tall striker. And missed everybody, ends up out of bounds and lead to a goal kick. No, it will not. It'll lead to a corner. It was touched, okay.
It's the briefest of grazes there.
Yeah. A chance for a corner kick here for Spring Hill. Jackson Rainforth again will be the guy. Just a minute left in this first half. Scoreless between Spring Hill and Louisburg. Broncos a man down after an 8th-minute red card. Good ball into the box by Rainforth, but again, Newell aggressively comes up and plays it, gets one right back on him by Rainforth, but he's right there for that stop as well.
Great work there by Newell. Again, punching the first one away and then calmly parrying the second one down.
Carlson tripped up. No foul. It'll lead to a corner, though. Carlson in the game's literal opening minute had an opportunity, but wasn't able to get a shot on goal as that corner hits into the side of the net. Never gave his guys a chance on that one, and that will likely end the first half. So a scoreless first half between 10-1 Spring Hill and 9-1 Louisburg. For Louisburg, they had some chances in the middle of that half. Spring Hill a couple of chances late, and I think the Broncos will take the tie. Down a man without their goalkeeper, but halfway home, no score. Coming up, it's the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Halftime Show. Scoreless after one half between Spring Hill and Louisburg on Spring Hill Sports Live.
To providing you with that. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome into the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Scoreless at the half between Spring Hill and Louisburg. Both teams had their moments in that first half, but really the biggest play, if you will, of the first half happened way back at the 8th minute. To this point, we haven't necessarily seen it negatively impact things for Spring Hill, or at least to the point of falling behind. But the 8th minute red card given to their goalkeeper, Chesney Haney, after he got beat by Treston Carlson and then took Carlson down with an open net in front of him, leading to the red card. And that certainly at the time felt like it could be a huge factor playing forward, and it has been, I suppose, to a certain extent. But so far to this point, John, Spring Hill has kept it from being a crippling effect to this point halfway through.
Yeah, if you're Spring Hill, you have to be happy with the way you've been playing. You're getting down a man. You wouldn't be able to tell watching this game. Again, Spring Hill's been able to maintain the pressure, come up with some really solid attacks, almost capitalized on a couple of chances down here, have forced Louisburg's keeper into some really more tough saves than he faced in the first half. Again, first few minutes, we saw him record a couple of easy saves as the ball's kind of dribbled partway through. But, he's had to come out and come up real big and pick up a couple of punches and parry the shot there. Again, it's all credit to Spring Hill for maintaining their composure and just kind of rolling with it and continuing on. Again, I'll be excited to see how the second half continues to play, as see if Spring Hill's able to kind of maintain that pressure, or if Louisburg is eventually able to kind of break down the take advantage of that man difference that they've got. So.
Eye on the Game brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. Be sure to ask about the 2020 rules. Still no score in this one. We're halfway through. You're watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. More to come right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Combined experience. Offering Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
What if grass wasn't just for mowing? What if all the games weren't on TV? What if you saw the grandkids on more than just holidays? What if you got out of the house more often, maybe for good? Cedar Lake Village Senior Living. Life is how you live, not just where. To learn more, call 888-508-2022.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill, or go online to primeaccounting.net.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Welcome back to the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. No score between Spring Hill and Louisburg halfway through this contest tonight between two Frontier League powers. Big story as we go to the second half is Spring Hill a man down. They lost their goalkeeper to a red card 8th minute of this game. Of course, they replaced the goalkeeper, but that means they had to take another one of their guys off the field, so they took one of their midfielders off, and now they've survived through one half that way, pretty much an entire half. Now as they've had some chance to finally relax and make some adjustments, hard to do that on the fly. Now you have a halftime here to go ahead and make some of those adjustments to playing with a man down. What do you expect to see strategically for how you adjust into the second half now being a man down if you're Spring Hill?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is you've got to be a little bit more conservative. When you're down that man, you lose the opportunity to kind of press as high as you may have done in the first half because – again, if you get beat in that middle third, you're a man down making it easier for Louisburg to press and kind of come up with opportunities. And, when you're in the attack, you have to be a lot more selective about where you're going to take your chances. Again, one of the things that is fortunate for Spring Hill is that we are in high school, under high school rules, so that, again, fitness isn't going to be an issue. Normally at the professional level, when you're limited to 3 substitutions and you've got your team's running a man down for, 80 minutes of the match, fatigue eventually is going to set in. But here it's not as big a deal for Spring Hill. Again, I just look for them to be a little bit more conservative and a little bit more selective in their attacks. And for Louisburg, obviously one of the keys I touched on before the game is keeping that high line of pressure on the defense and the defensive side of the ball, and with the man advantage, you should see them even doing more of that, because you're not as concerned about if you blow by your challenge, you've got somebody else, you've got a couple more cushion guys behind you. So.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. 40 minutes to go here in Spring Hill tonight. No score. You were watching the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Halftime Show, and we're ready to start the second half now. Louisburg will possess the ball to start half number 2 in this scoreless matchup. Mac Newell, the goalkeeper for Louisburg, who's been stellar all year for the Wildcats. Another strong first half. He had to make several nice saves. Spring Hill had some chances on some corners, had a couple of decent looks. In fact, one really good look on a nice cross from Rocco Russo back to Caleb Bruckner, who took the shot from just about 12 yards out only, and Bruckner unable to get it past Mac Newell, and that one he missed high over the crossbar. But Newell's been great again for Louisburg. Weston Whipke, he was forced into action in the 8th minute of this match tonight after Chesney Haney was red carded, the goalkeeper for Spring Hill, and the young sophomore thrown into the fire against one of the top teams in the league in Louisburg, and fared well enough anyway in that first half. Certainly wasn't expecting to be in the game 8 minutes in tonight. In fact, wasn't expecting to be in the game, period, tonight, let alone 8 minutes in. And was thrown right into the fire without a chance to really even collect his thoughts. Now a chance to hopefully feel somewhat settled into this game, as he played, again, 32 of the 40 minutes of that first half. So now a chance to feel like, okay, this is my game in goal now, and we'll see if his defenders out in front of that line of Bruckner, Niddle, Robinson, and Pemberton can keep it clean back there for him and give him a chance here in the second half to not have to face too many tough attacks from Louisburg. Long conversation between Eric Swartz, the head coach of Spring Hill, and the referee before we start this second half, and now Whipke is running off of the field and gets a fist bump from his coach, Eric Swartz. So let's see. They've gone, it looks like they're going to another goalkeeper who is going to wear the jersey of Chesney Haney. Haney has taken his jersey off and has given it to another young man who now I'm really going to struggle to figure out who it is, because now he's wearing Haney's jersey. And I have no idea who we're going to see in goal now. Getting some pointers over there from Haney as he's warming up.
We aren't even going to have the fortune of numbers on the shorts. Again, at the professional level, their FIFA rules require numbers on the front, both the shorts and the jerseys, but again, not so at the high school level.
Well, I can confirm we were right when we guessed Weston Whipke previously, and that was not a complete guess. He's listed as 0. He was in there wearing 00, but I just heard you did a good job, Weston, from the crowd. So that would confirm that it was Weston Whipke who was the goalkeeper to close out that first half. He's done, though, and All right, Brody Hill.
Yep.
So it's Brody Hill. Thankfully, the public address knew who it was, and the crowd's applause of a "Let's go, Brody" gave it away as well. So thankfully, we do know who is in goal, and it's Brody Hill, who is typically one of their midfielders. I don't know how much goalkeeping experience Brody has, but I can tell you this, he hasn't played in net this year at all. In fact, probably has not any of the last 3 years. Hill's senior, the same as Haney, but Chesney Haney's been their starter in goal the last 3 years, and it's not only been their starter back there, but he has been as solid as they come. No need to ever replace him with anybody. And Brody Hill, you're up, buddy. Let's see what he's got now.
See if Brody Hill can channel his inner Mike McGee. MLS fans will recognize that name. Longtime standout midfielder and defender, has been forced on more than one occasion to don the goalkeeper's kit for his teams, and has come up pretty solid. Again, we touched on at the professional level, teams limited to 3 subs, and if again your keeper gets injured, you just designate one of the field players. We always call those voluntold.
Voluntold, I like that. So Whipke kept it a scoreless match through the first half. Hill's first chance, and he gets the ovation from the crowd to be able to punch that one out, but it's back in there, and a bobbling catch, Brody Hill. Forced into action, and he comes up with a nice save to keep this a scoreless tie early on in the second half.
Yeah, wow. Again, take nothing away from Weston Whipke coming in an unenviable position, but you can definitely tell that was the right move for Spring Hill, because just the difference in confidence between Whipke, a sophomore, and Brody Hill, a senior, that play was an epitome of it. When you come out confidently to punch it, and then is able to get the hand up, make the stop, and then collect himself.
Another ball into the box for Brody Hill to have to play. Collided with Carlson, but he was able to clear it.
Yeah.
And Eric Swartz is wondering why there was no whistle on that collision.
And I'm going to have to go against Coach Swartz here. It was just, again, solid collision. I think the assistant referee on the far side was overreacting a little bit to a new goalkeeper, because, again, that was just a good, hard collision. No malice on either side. Goalkeeper was coming out.
Well, at this pace, Brody Hill's going to earn that half of a game in net. The Louisburg offensive attack, aggressive early on, as you said they should be, obviously. They're a man up. Spring Hill playing with 10 to the 11 for Louisburg, and they have spent the majority of this first 3 and change down here in the offensive scoring area. But here comes Spring Hill now, a chance on a counter. Up to John Mitchell. Ball trickles down on the end line, and it was last touched by Mitchell. It's a goal kick for Newell and Louisburg.
Excellent no call there by the center. Again, yes, there was contact. Yes, both players went down, but again, both players were making just strong legal challenges for the ball. And
Bruckner can't get it on the foot of Mitchell. Pemberton plays it back to Robinson. They center to Niddle. Up to Carlson. Here's Treston Carlson. Takes the shot wide left. Offside.
That's a very late flat.
I looked for it as soon as every time you see a guy get a through ball like that out in front, you always look to see, and there was no sign of it initially, and a very late call for the offside.
Again, we don't have the benefit of instant replay, but that feels like a makeup call for the collision down here. Again, I thought Carlson was on, but again.
And for what it's worth, the shot by Carlson did miss wide left, but it has been a active start for the offense for Louisburg in this second half with, I guess we'll call him third string goalkeeper. I don't know, the voluntold goalkeeper, Brody Hill. After the starter, Haney was red carded in the 8th minute. Weston Whipke relieved of the duty in goal after the first half. He closed out the first half, and one of the midfielders, Brody Hill, gets the job here in the second half, and he has been up to task so far. It's been a busy start to this second half. Throw in from Faulkner. Louisburg wants to keep the pressure on. Bruckner trying to just clear it out of there as Espina Roca comes back up with it for Louisburg. To Gassman, trying to go out to Petasic. It'll be a throw in for Louisburg. Cross in. Off the left foot of Sieferling and sails over the fence and out. Petasic into the middle of Gassman. Trying to chip it over. But a diving play made by Brody Hill as Logan Faulkner was the guy that Gassman was trying to get it, trying to chip it across over to him.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Hill has at least played some goalkeeper for his club side, even if he's not been in that this year, because that's a play you don't see a first-time goalkeeper make.
High on that attempt from Hunter Rogers. Yeah, he does not look like he's in foreign territory back there. But whether be some club team or certainly maybe when he's younger years has played back there before, as Rocco Russo has come on for Hunter Williams to spell their striker up front for Spring Hill. He has not looked out of place at all, but he is being tested. Yowes plays it back into the middle. Espino Rocco unable to control it, though. Spring Hill right now, not much up there on the attack. They're playing a man down, and with the aggressiveness of Louisburg, they've had to really keep guys back defensively, making it tough to lead to any kind of a counter. And now here comes that line change again for Louisburg. There's Vose, McManigal, York, and Yeager all come in. Showalter also, one of the defenders now back in there. Ball played out off of Spring Hill, so a corner kick coming up for Louisburg.
Okay, corner kick, number 10, Braden Yos.
Went awkwardly off the foot of Showalter and out. Goal kick, Spring Hill. 10 minutes into the second half, still scoreless. Deflects out to Mitchell. Can't control it, though, as it goes out. Back to Louisburg. Seefling on the throw in. Redirects into the center. Played out by Bruckner off the defender, so Spring Hill maintains.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference in play that we touched on at half. The slightly more conservative work from Spring Hill. You know, again, that last play, Bruckner, when you got the foot on it and cleared the ball to about midfield. If Spring Hill has 11 men, Bruckner's certainly going to chase that ball and try and control it and force. But as it was, he made the smart play. And
Rocco Russo trying to make a run here for Spring Hill. Sieferling able to chase him down and gets it to go out off of Russo. This will be a throw in for Spring Hill. That ball redirects off of Gassman, so Spring Hill gets possession back.
Broncos definitely going to take their time on I imagine pretty much every throw in their defensive third. You kind of milk as much time off of the clock as they can without picking up cautions.
Broncos hoping, as they play a man down, hoping that Louisburg going to make a mistake and give them a chance to counter, as they are all back deep to help out Brody Hill, who's the third guy we've seen in goal tonight for Spring Hill. Yow's with the long throw in. You said earlier, John, almost works as like a corner kick. That ball comes sailing in on the trajectory like that into the box.
Exactly. Again, Matt Beasler from Sporting Kansas City, one of the pioneers of that. And again, with seeing that squad, a lot of the younger players are able to kind of emulate that and watch his form. And Braden Yao is definitely able to pick up on that.
Well, the man down, you can see in the screen, that's Jackson Rainforth. And now they're going to stop play here momentarily. Rainforth on that previous ball went to kick it and looked like it was just one of those ankle to shin or shin to shin type of moments, and he tried to walk it off but has gone down, and they've already lost one of their captains, Haney, to a red card. Rainforth, another one of their senior captains, now getting looked at medically. So this has been a tough night, and certainly not the way that Eric Swartz would have scripted this one to go for his guys this evening. But as it is, still scoreless, and certainly right in this game still as they continue to take a look at Rainforth.
Yeah, having had one of those collisions where shin to shin, again, players wear the shin guards, but again, even with that protection, when you're going, two bodies going at each other at 40 miles an hour, and you stick that leg out, it's going to smart a little bit, and he'll definitely, if he doesn't have a bruise in the morning, he's going to develop varicose veins by the time he's 45. I can speak from experience. Again, glad to see him up and walking off under his own power, and hope to see him check back in later.
Yeah, so Dennis Martinez has come in to replace him for the time being, and hopefully one of those things where he can just kind of walk it off, get a little bit, get the feeling back there, and be back out there, because you're already a man down if you're Spring Hill, and you definitely don't want guys like Rainforth having to spend the remaining portion of this game on the sideline, because he is instrumental to what offensive attack you might end up getting tonight when you're already having to try to rework things on the fly. Campos up to Russo. And you can see, though, just no help up there for him. Now Campos back Centers to Martinez. Leaks through to Mitchell, and they'll play it back to Robinson. Robinson pointing for Mitchell to go on a run, and Mitchell was flat-footed looking back at him, so they don't get on the same page there and turn it over. Martinez get the free kick here for Spring Hill. So maybe here's the chance the Broncos needed.
But that
pretty close.
That kind of backfired there on Martinez. He's calling for 10, and the wall was 10.5 as the official paces it off. He's like, well, okay then. That's
you guys can get a little closer, actually. Martinez, good ball into the box, but there's Mac Newell, who has been nails back there for Louisburg. And now here they go for trying on the quick counter. Vose unable to get it past the back line of Spring Hill. Cashman leaks through. Centers it back in there for McManigal. Good ball handling there by Yaz. Takes the shot, and Brody Hill is right there.
great work from Brody Hill. Again, being patient, parrying the ball down to the ground on that kind of wicked shot coming in from the Louisburg number 10.
Well, still scoreless. 15 minutes into this second half. Spring Hill, they've been a man down since the 8th minute. Pemberton to Campos. Tripped up. And another opportunity here for Spring Hill. They'll get a free kick. They played everything high into the box, and Mac Newell has won every one of those jump balls. So let's see if they opt to go a different route on this one, or continue to just challenge Mac Newell. Campos does play it lower, but it's blocked by that wall in front of him.
Right idea there, but getting easily snuffed out by the wall. Just the little half jumps there, just to make sure that they can cover both angles. But
so Gershberger and Williams, two of the starters, back in there for Spring Hill. Luke Bunker, one of the reserve defenders, has come onto the field as well. Louisburg gets the run. Vose can't get past Niddle. Good work by Keen Niddle.
Great work to not dive in as Vose are trying to turn him, and just kind of contain, and earn a goal kick there.
Jaden Vose again, but Martinez able to take it away. Here's Williams. Lost it. Plays it back behind Bunker. A sloppy play there by Spring Hill, but they get away with it.
Spring Hill very fortunate for a couple of heavy touches there by Gavin York as he's, again, that first one he was going to be off to the races looking for a cross, but touched the ball out of bounds.
It'll be a throw in here just shy of midfield for Spring Hill. Not a throw in, excuse me, it'll be just a free kick here. We get closer to this midway point of the second half. Still scoreless between 10-1 Spring Hill and 9-1 Louisburg. Second matchup of the year between the two teams. They met 1 week ago in Louisburg, a 2-1 victory that night for Spring Hill. Gershberger to Martinez with the man on, sends it back. Deflected by McManigal. Vose trying to spin free, but denied by Bruckner.
Bruckner using every bit of the pitch there as the ball's dancing on the line. And, of course, in soccer, unlike most of the other sports, the ball is not out when it is on the line. The entire ball has to cross the entire line.
Bruckner trying to feed one up to Williams. They'll still have a chance here. Caleb Bruckner. Bruckner hit from behind, and a whistle and a foul called on Yeager. Just outside of the penalty box. So Ridge Gerstberger will be the guy who takes the free kick here. Gerstberger trying to go low and catch the wall jumping, but they are able to keep it away. Gonna call a handball on York. So this time Keen Niddle will take the free kick. Played into the box and headed out by Gassman. Williams redirects, but Newell runs it down. Gershberger gets free. They've got Russo on the near side, but he can't find him. Couldn't get control enough to get it across to Rocco Russo. And Martinez wins it back for the Broncos. Out to Russo. Gassman wanted to line up the shot, deflected off a Niddle. Run down by Vose. And a throw in for Louisburg as they will bring 6 guys onto the field here. So Carlson, Faulkner, Shaughnessy, Potacek, and Espinaroca all come on for Louisburg. And Jackson Rainforth has re-entered for Spring Hills. We saw him hobble off the field earlier, but he has returned, one of their senior captains. And deflects off of Rainforth and out. Corner kick coming up for Louisburg. Brody Hill was tested early and often in this second half. It's slowed down a little bit for the new goalkeeper back there for the Broncos. And they'll defend against the corner here. Shaughnessy to put it into play. Comes in low and not cleared very well, though, by Spring Hill. Still alive for Louisburg. But eventually the Broncos get it out of there.
Yeah, Wildcats are definitely going to want that one back. Is that the outswinger had a lot of potential, again, with three guys crashing late at the top of the box. But when it's played in low like that and Spring Hill's able to easily clear it, again, as we tick down towards the end of regulation, they're going to definitely regret giving up that chance.
Faulkner run into by Bunker, and then a foul called on Faulkner. Faulkner trying to plead his case that it should have gone the other way, but Spring Hill takes over with just over 15 minutes left here in the second half and a scoreless match between Spring Hill and Louisburg. Headed out by Faulkner.
Smart play there by Spring Hill. Again, not trying to turn the ball and get upfield. Just take it to safety, let the defense recover. And your man down, no reason to be a hero there in your defensive third. Again, because as soon as you take that touch, try and swing it up and cough it up, Louisburg's got 2-on-1.
Cleared out again by Spring Hill, so Louisburg will once again go to the bench. And this is Isaac Gutterman, who's back in, replacing Yeager. And John Mitchell comes back on for Spring Hill, replacing Hunter Williams. Martinez out to Mitchell. John trying to get it up to Russo. Louisburg takes it back. Mitchell trying to get it into the center for Martinez. Rainforth sends one up into the attacking third for Russo, who runs into Sieferling, but it'll stay in possession of Spring Hill. Bunker on the throw in. Mitchell controls, but taken away by Carlson. Carlson. Stays with Louisburg. 12 minutes to go. That is going to end up in a corner. Bunker trying to play it out on the side, but it went out on the end line, so leading to a corner here for Louisburg. Hunter Rogers to take the corner kick. A little too much on it. Espina Roca And we're able to get a good touch on it, but they're still going to have another chance for a corner now from the opposite side. This time Isaac Gutterman will take the corner. Faulkner runs it down, looking for the cross. Gets in there, and Brody Hill kind of played it back a couple of steps, but last minute does come up and play it. Looked like McManigal might get a chance at that one for Louisburg, but Brody Hill able to make the save for Spring Hill.
And cross like that is really a tough choice for Hill to make, because he's got a defender there. It's like, can I trust my defender?
Gerstberger trying to play it through to Mitchell, but Mac Newell slides in on the save.
And then on the flip side, a through ball like that, Mac Newell with the easy decision to come out and make the stop.
Hill on the other side after Carlson tried to win that foot race with Niddle. Got a touch on it, did Carlson, but not enough to do any damage. Martinez plays it up the side. Mitchell unable to win that run. And Faulkner took his eyes off it, and Bunker was there to take it away. Mitchell gets past Espinaroca, and he just plays that ball over to the sideline, just got rid of it. And a timeout here, an official's timeout, is Hunter Rogers is down on the near sideline for Louisburg. Caleb Bruckner has checked back in for Spring Hill. Braden Yow's back in for Louisburg, as well as Cade Gassman. 9:28 left in this second half at the injury timeout here. Still no score between Spring Hill and Louisburg. 4 shots from Spring Hill, 3 shots officially for Louisburg. 9 corners from Louisburg, but they have not been able to capitalize on any of them so far.
And going back to that last one again, that was the delivery that they were expecting the one prior, but again, they'd already committed all 3 of their attackers into the box, and again, outswinger falls harmlessly and cleared by Spring Hill.
So the injured player, Hunter Rogers, able to walk off the field under his own power with 9:28 remaining in the second half. It'll be a throw in for Spring Hill as we return to play. Broncos play it into Bruckner. And he plays it off the defender to win a corner. Gerstberger will take the corner kick here for Spring Hill.
Well done there by Bruckner to earn the corner kick.
Newell pops it up, still alive though, and now it's cleared by Gassman. Bunker trying to push it right back up into the offensive attack, but instead it comes the other way with Louisburg. That'll go back over to Spring Hill. Russo controls, trying to spin around Espinaroca, but he stayed right there on him and takes it back for Louisburg. Touch a little bit behind Carlson in the middle, or make that Yows in the middle. Now Yeager finds Carlson. Throw in for Louisburg. Brody Hill on the spot there for Spring Hill.
Again, well collected on that cross there. Comes in, gets the body full behind it, and rolls the ball up into his arms.
Bruckner plays it up to Russo. Cross back to Mitchell. John Mitchell trying to split the defenders. Yeager able to make the stop, and then it was a handball on Mitchell. Looked like it went off that arm of Mitchell as he was going down. And the official shot the same way.
Yeah, it's one of the most misunderstood rules in soccer, handball. You know, again, it comes down to three questions. One, did the hand play the ball? Absolutely. If it did, it's a foul. If the ball plays the hand, then they have to go to, is the hand in an unnatural position? And in that case, yeah, it kind of was, because that's where he's trying to brace himself, and so puts the ball out in the position. Easy whistle for the official. Sometimes you hear the crowd saying, well, we gained an advantage, and it's not at all about that.
That ball last off of Spring Hill's Jacob Bruckner. They'll throw in for Louisburg, under 6 to go. High throw in right into the middle of the box. Caleb Bruckner trying to clear of it. Didn't get a good foot on that one. Sieferling, redirect by Carlson, and scooped up by Hill. Yow's pass up to Carlson behind him. Brody Hill wins the race out there, then lost the handle, though. He's got to hurry back now. Trying to re-center. Gassman can't get a foot on it. Poked free and cleared for the moment, and a whistle and a foul on Louisburg. Dangerous moments there for Spring Hill, but they scramble to avoid disaster as Jacob Bruckner was the last one to eventually clear it out of there and draw the foul. Sieferling able to stay with it for the moment. Now Gerstberger popped that up. Mitchell trying to gain control for Spring Hill. Now does. Still with it. No help up there, though, for him.
Again, that's always a tough position with Spring Hill being a man down. That's where you're going to see that. Again, not having that extra player and support in the middle of the park. Again, it makes it tough for the Broncos to find that really good touch to create that shot.
Hunter Williams back on for Spring Hill. We're under 4 to go. Carlson gets free. Up the near side. Treston Carlson tries to cross back for Gaspin, but it goes right into the waiting arms of Brody Hill. Hunter Williams, their goal-scoring leader this year, trying to make something happen here late. Hunter Williams gets free, takes the shot, and hits it in! Goal! Spring Hill! Hunter Williams!
Hunter Williams taking the he's the Spring Hill savior right there with the high pressure. You taking that chance and realizing, hey, even though we need to play a little bit more conservative, that goal scorer mentality says, I see it, I can take it, I'm going to make this happen.
Hunter Williams, 11th goal of the year for Hunter Williams as the Broncos, playing a man down, take a 1-0 lead. Just 3 minutes to play.
And again, if Louisburg had pressured the attack before, you can certainly expect them to step that up 10 times more now, because with that 3 minutes to go, man advantage that you haven't been able to capitalize on for 75 minutes.
A 77th minute goal by Hunter Williams has made it 1-0, and now the Broncos a man down, just trying to escape, and all of a sudden they get another chance maybe. Gerstberger has it taken away. As much as Spring Hill would love to go get another one right now, first and foremost, you got to make sure one doesn't come back in the other way. Tristan Carlson takes the shot and has the equalizer. Just like that, Tristan Carlson with his 10th goal for Louisburg, and we're tied at 1.
And there's where that 8th minute red card is going to bite Spring Hill in the backside. And again, the shot there, Brody Hill has stepped up amazingly between the pipes, but that shot just right over his head, and you have to think that Haney would have had that.
So no scoring for 77 minutes, but a 77th minute goal by Williams, followed a minute later, a 78th minute goal by Tristan Carlson for Louisburg, ties it at 1. And with 90 seconds left to go in regulation, Spring Hill, they have one more up their sleeve. Williams unable to control. And Louisburg looking to put together one final run. Played up to middle, looking for Carlson, but Spring Hill had it now. Carlson does get it. And just cleared out of there by Keen Niddle. A minute to go in regulation. And slide tackle by John Mitchell. If you're wondering why the score bug still says 0-0, it's because our computer is still locked up, and I'm afraid to do anything more because I don't want to lose the stream again. But we're tied at 1.
The referee finally remembering his mechanics as good 20 seconds roll off the clock before he actually signals that he's
put back to 40.
The referee calling up to the press box for 40, but the press box doing exactly what they're supposed to do. You wait for the referee to tell you to stop the clock, unless the ball's in the back of the net, obviously. But again, I certainly, for whoever our center official is tonight, I certainly hope his assessor is not in the crowd, because
Rainforth got a pretty good shot off there, but Mac Newell was up to the task.
Yeah, because again, it is a thankless job to be an official, but again, they're trained on a lot of things, and again, there plays the advantage, but nothing develops.
One last run here for Louisburg. Faulkner takes the wild shot. Gaspin almost had a chance at it, but it's cleared away. And we've played the regulation 80 minutes, and we're tied at 1. Again, despite what the score bug tells you when it says 0-0 on there, it is 1-1. It's correct in that it's tied, but it won't update. I don't know why. It won't update to tell us it's 1-1, but regardless.
So we will play 2 10-minute golden goal periods. And first team to score obviously wins. Spring Hill will still be a man down throughout the duration of the extra 20 minutes. And teams will switch ends at the end of the first 10-minute overtime period.
If you're just joining us, back in the 8th minute of this game, Chesney Haney, the goalkeeper for Spring Hill, after trying to beat Treston Carlson to a ball out near the top of the box, had Carlson get past him with the ball and tackled Carlson, leading to a red card for Haney 8 minutes into this match. So the Broncos, since the 8th minute, have been playing a man down and without their star goalkeeper. And for 77 minutes and change, it was a clean sheet for Weston Whipke and Brody Hill, the two guys tasked with replacing Haney. But in the 78th minute, Treston Carlson found the back of the net to match the goal from Hunter Williams of Spring Hill just 1 minute prior. In the 77th minute goal by Williams for Spring Hill made it 1-0, but the 78th minute goal by Treston Carlson for Louisburg tied it at 1. And that's where we stand as we head to overtime. And I'm not sending us to a break. I would, but I'm afraid if I do, we're not going to have a stream for you again because we've pretty much lost all visual on the computer and we've just got a gray screen. So I hope we're still on, but I'm not going to even risk trying to do anything with it.
Apologies to all of our great sponsors, but yeah, we're going to play it safe here and stick with the thing. We'll try and fill it. Again, touch on it at halftime.
Time for trivia. No.
No, again, Brody Hill, again, taking nothing away from that young man. He came in a terrible position, and he basically has kept Spring Hill in this game literally, until the very last minute. Again, as many shots as he's faced, as many solid stops as he has had, that one, Tucker Carlson just went top shelf on him, and there's, when you're giving up a couple of inches to the starter, Chesney Haney, that spot's going to be open, and again, Carlson took advantage of it and leveled proceedings, and we're set to kick off the first session of extra time.
So they'll play as many as 2 10-minute halves, but if anybody scores, it's over. Both teams' respective goals leader coming in have been the guys tonight who have scored. Hunter Williams with his team-leading 11th goal for Spring Hill, and Treston Carlson with his team-leading 10th goal for the Louisburg Wildcats tonight. Both coming in the final minutes. Rogers trying to play that one in for Gassman, and they're going to give a free kick to Louisburg here as Gerstberger played that ball up near the head of Gassman with the right foot. So a free kick from just outside of the box coming up for Louisburg. Who will take it? Gaspin and Sieferling break. A shot fired in by Yaus, and it's deflected off of the goalkeeper, Brody Hill. It'll lead to a corner, but Hill, at least for the time being, has turned away that shot by Yaus. Played in low. Back that comes. Yaus on the left foot. Again, the score bug does not tell you exactly the story. It is 1-1. We are in overtime, but none of it will update for you, so you'll just have to believe me. Clock is right, though. I guess just we got one thing that's working. That is.
So between the clock and the camera, it's all good. Everything else is gravy.
What else do you need? Pemberton challenges, but now it leaves them a little empty on the back end. The pass out to Gassman. Too far away from him, though, and he's unable to control it. Here's Williams. Up to Mitchell. John Mitchell. Newell able to come sliding out to deflect it away. A corner coming up for Spring Hill. But, man, they've continued to have chances. Ridge Gerstberger will take the corner for the Broncos.
Again, solid work there by Newell coming out and challenging, and
in overtime, golden goal time. Here's the corner. Still loose. Man, that was lingering there in the box. Now Pemberton, can he get it back up there? Tied at 1 in overtime. McManigal. Bruckner takes it back. Getterman trying to slip that one through, but Spring Hill is there as Yaus takes the shot from a long ways out. And one of the Broncos shaken up, that's John Mitchell. So Rocco Russo is going to come back on for Mitchell. Halfway through this first session of overtime. Next score wins it here tonight.
Louisburg also taking the opportunity to make a couple of subs as Faulkner checks back in.
Well, Faulkner actually not going to stay back on. York had come on for Faulkner, and then Faulkner decided he's good, so York ran back off. Sieferling out of this play there, but recovers, and then that went right past the foot of Faulkner. Williams going to run past Sieferling. Forced him out, and they're going to call that out on Williams, or a push on Williams, one or the other.
Yeah,
either way, Louisburg.
I think we're going to get the free kick there again.
Yep.
Burying the arm in the back is pretty clear call there.
Bruckner escapes with it for Spring Hill. Challenged, though, by Faulkner. Won by Carlson. Gutterman and Russo bumping their way across midfield. Into the middle for Carlson. Couldn't handle it on that centering pass by Gutterman. Dangerous back there by the goal, and Robinson eventually just sends it out and leads to a corner. Comes in low and fired right back out.
And with Yao's on the throw in there, going to reload and
nice throw right in the middle of the box, but cleared by Spring Hill off the back of Russo. Rocco regains control but can't clear it past the defender. Now it comes out near side to Williams. Stolen back by Seiferle. Newell up to play it. So 2:40 left at overtime as we're just praying that we keep the video, and I don't think we're going to. I think we might be losing it. And Carlson ends it just like that.
Again, that was just a nice cross. Again, there it really comes down to the fatigue of Spring Hill playing a man down for 80 minutes at this point. Again, that was Carlson was wide open in the middle, and there was nothing that Hill could do. Again, even if he comes sliding across, trying to make that stop, Carlson has the entire goal to pick from, and he just slots that one home easy as you like.
Well, I'm not sure if anybody saw it or not. It looked like we were kind of frozen up, stuttering and stammering all over on the camera because of the computer issues, but you're seeing the celebration now if you didn't see what led to the celebration, and it was a goal by Treston Carlson, his second of the match. Hunter Williams with a goal in the 77th minute for Spring Hill gave the Broncos a 1-0 lead. A minute later, Treston Carlson for Louisburg tied it up with a goal of his own. And then in overtime, in the first of the two overtimes, the potentially two overtimes, the 88th minute goal by Treston Carlson, the golden goal winner for the Louisburg Wildcats, who exact some revenge on Spring Hill after losing to the Broncos 2-1 on their home pitch just a week ago. The script reversed tonight, and it's a 2-1 victory for the Louisburg Wildcats as they improve to 10-1 and drop Spring Hill to 10-2 on the year, ending a 5-game winning streak for the Spring Hill Broncos. I would normally at this time send to a timeout and bring it back for the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. That's not an option tonight. I can tell you this, though. The post-game show is brought to you by the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
We'll do kind of a quick and dirty version of the
right.
post-game show. Hopefully our computer will let us at least finish that.
Doubtful.
Hey, we'll give it the old college try. Again, that was just an outstanding performance there by both teams. Again, you could tell that there was, a lot of the emotion there, having just played each other last week, and you could sense that, but it was channeled in a positive way. Again, a lot of times you see a lot of testy stuff. There was a lot of good physical challenges, and aside from the red card, it wasn't a malicious play. It wasn't anything crazy like that. Again, it was just Haney coming out to make the tackle, doing what he has to do as a goalkeeper, and that was just an awesome game.
Absolutely, and as I like to say, it had the your typical soccer game to it, where you play 70-plus minutes of not a lot of what you'd call action.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the action that did happen, but 77 minutes of a lot of the same, and then, boy, did we get jam-packed action in the last few minutes of this match. A back and forth to finish, and the emotional highs and lows of going up, thinking you had the game winner if you're Hunter Williams and Spring Hill, to seeing it equalized just a moment later into which the overtime, and, of course, it's every kick, every pass hangs in the balance because it can end on any moment, and then it eventually did.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Spring Hill, all credit to them. They came out and battled hard, a man down, but again, it eventually just the legs got the best of them, and on that last play, again, when you look on that last shot by Carlson, if he didn't touch it, there were two other Louisburg attackers behind him that were waiting right there to clean it up. Again, there was at that point there's no chance that it was over. When the cross, when the cross came through, you say, okay, that's one of those you can just say, yep, we're done.
Well, the goal against will go against Brody Hill, but I'm giving Brody Hill and Weston Whipkey tonight's great job of the game. If you're looking for a great job, check out Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill. Seats is a leader in the manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see great job openings or to apply, go to seatsinc.com. Neither of those guys, well, I shouldn't say neither. Brody Hill expected to play tonight, but certainly not with the goalkeeper jersey on. Weston Whipkey, I guarantee you, had no intentions on playing in this match tonight. But with the 8th minute red card to their star-studded captain goalkeeper, senior Chesney Haney, they were both forced into action. Whipkey kept it scoreless through the entire first half. He was replaced by Hill. Hill kept it scoreless for 38 of the 40 minutes in the second half, almost got home. And then, of course, the top goal scorer and a great attacker for Louisburg, Treston Carlson, delivered the game-tying goal late in regulation of the winning goal in overtime. But being forced into action like that when you're certainly not expecting to have to do that role, that's an unenviable position. Nobody wants to be in that spot. No. Those guys did a great job tonight coming in and filling the shoes of Chesney Haney on a moment's notice in a really, really tough spot to be put into.
And, it'll be really interesting to see how Spring Hill recovers in their next match, because obviously with the straight red card, Haney will miss the next match for Spring Hill. So again, we'll see whether it's Hill or Whipkey that gets the starting nod. Again, hopefully it does. Certainly with the way Brody Hill performed in the second half, if I'm as a head coach, I'm looking to him saying, "Hey, I know you don't want to play midfield, but you were amazing. You're my guy." You don't want to give up a player like that in the midfield, but when he's able to stand up and show just amazing poise there, making some great stops, making some aggressive plays. Again, hats off to him.
Really looked pretty comfortable in the position for being just thrown in there. Now you go into a game, if and indeed it's him, preparing, heading into the game mentally that's what you're doing. Very well could see some good performances out of him, or hopefully just one good performance, like you said, and then you get Haney back after that. But nevertheless, tonight, tough night in the end. Spring Hill going to go home with the bad taste of a loss in this one, but certainly played their hearts out tonight and gave the home crowd plenty to cheer about. In the end, though, it's Louisburg who exacts the revenge and comes on the road to win this one 2-1. You've been watching the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Yes, it was an odd one, but that's the best we could do for you tonight when I can't throw it to a commercial, can't even play the close for you. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors who make it happen here on Spring Hill Sports Live. I would love to play the final outro to recognize them all on there like we normally would, but This is just going to have to do it tonight. As they had to make do in goal, we're having to just make do on the postgame show tonight.
Like I said, our streaming computer says it's still 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in regulation. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight. For John Roshkov, I'm Bryce Kessler, and for Caden Carbajo, our cameraman tonight, we thank you for joining us and enjoying this great soccer game tonight. Final score once more, Louisburg 2, Spring Hill 1. You've been watching Broncos soccer on Spring Hill Sports Live. Good night, everybody.